What's going on, everybody? See, today's Tuesday. Kind of want to talk about yesterday a little bit, goals for today. So yesterday, huge issue was I was way too excited to be back into trading. I went to Vegas the weekend before. I don't gamble at all in Vegas. I've been there 3 times now. Haven't spent a single dollar on a slot machine or anything. But I think just being around the area just excites me, I guess. I don't know. And I think it found its way into my trading, wanting to make a little bit more money, just being too trigger happy, really, not thinking carefully about what I'm doing, taking not clear setups. So today's goal, I really want to make sure I'm taking A plus setups, being patient. If it's not clean, there's no reason to throw in a feeler trade that's going to cost me $100. You know, it's kind of the risk management between A setups and B setups. If I want to take these feeler trades, they don't have to be full $100 risk right from the start. I mean, they're supposed to be built into the position. But I don't want to mess with that today. I just want to make sure that I'm back to normal, back into my routine where I'm taking the absolute best setups that I can see. So then for today, I got a few gap scans, stocks that I'm looking at, typical FANG stocks here. Facebook's blowing up too, but Netflix announced they're raising their prices, so I think it was like from 13 to 18%. So I mean, 5% increase on profits. Obviously going to make a huge difference here. So super bullish news. But on the daily, Netflix is up almost 120 points in the past 14 days here. So I mean, it is crazy overextended. But now it's got a reason to be moving even higher, I guess. So I don't really know what we're going to see on Netflix here. Could be a situation where anybody buying down here selling the news, but I mean, we'll just have to see what happens at the open. But other than that, JP Morgan's down a little bit. Looking at ALNY, I think this big spike on Netflix didn't really do anything to the SPY itself, but a bunch of the FANG stocks here are starting to turn up. Nvidia's turning up, Apple's moving up, Facebook's moving up almost a point here in the past 10 minutes or so. So I mean, things are moving right now. Should be able to, I mean, we're only up 40 cents, but I don't think that's really case for what might end up happening today. And then I got 2 other stocks I just don't have enough screen space for. CDC was up a bunch here, came right back though. Either way, a bunch of volume there. And then this MBOT is entering $10 territory. So I was just thinking about looking at it, seeing if anything actually sets up on it or not, but we'll have to pay attention to it later, because I think mainly I like Netflix right now for something. Open here any second. Yeah, Facebook's really strong going into the open. Do end up taking a trade, there's probably not a chance, not any reason to take anything less than 100 or more than 100 shares. That was pretty weird. So a big buyer at 350, or a big seller at 350, then I guess he switched to the buy side or something. Wow, things are very green here. Just about everything I'm looking at is moving up. Wow. Alright, not like a Netflix for gap and go here. See what CGC's doing. MBOT's getting bought up here. Netflix turned right around. If anything, Netflix is looking pretty bearish right now. Just had all those cases, and now it's got nothing. Now it's a hidden buyer here. Gone. Like that bounce from 348. See what happens if he gets down there again. Might want to end up breaking through. Just need to see the price action first. Seeing some really interesting patterns. Bunch of opening range breakouts setting up right now. Ooh, M-Bot looks pretty good. Netflix coming back. Might as well move higher. Just nothing's looking super phenomenal yet here. Nothing's even looking close, really. I don't think I see anything here. It's had 2 attempts to go lower. SPY's moving up pretty strong here. There might be a case for a long, but I'd like to see it close. Yeah, right there. If I wanted in, it would have been now. It's just not ideal. Netflix coming back, maybe? Have to see if it loses this or not. We got an engulfing candle, but on less volume. Might just want to bounce from here. Facebook is just taking off. It's up 4 points already. Bob's taking off too. Man, we are seeing a lot of strength right now. SPY's pretty strong too. Netflix just doesn't have it at the moment. And we'll see what happens if it gets down there. I hope I do see something, because I do like it for a short. SPY is just blasting off here. Nope. Never gave me a chance. Always the fear of a fake breakdown. Ooh. Alright, MBOT had a strong open. Coming back to view app right now. Right on 12 too, which is a good sign. SPY just taking off. Won't quit. I don't think I like that. That's not exactly what I want to see. Jeez, I might have to use a limit. I think best case I'd be able to get in probably at 20. But, I didn't see anything that I really like. Came down a little too hard, couldn't end up closing underneath. Yeah, solid bounce though. Tesla's pretty interesting. Been kind of consolidating up here. Netflix is still acting up. And the SPY's just so strong right now. We got our one test of view app about that 350. There could be a good short in here. Let's see what happens if it wants to get up there. It's a little too strong, I think. Seems to be failing though. It's just the SPY is so strong right now. It's having trouble up here. And it closed right underneath it for the 5-minute close. I think that was pretty good. Just a little iffy to me. It's really strange. I mean, Netflix had a really strong open, and then the SPY had every reason for it to be moving higher still. Just no follow through. Something's going on here at Apple above this 20. Clearly getting stuck here. with the spy blasting off as much as it is. Nope, looks like somebody just took him out. Weird. Alright, we're gonna pull back the view app in some cases here. The video came back. Not the greatest though. Facebook's alright. There could be a case here. I don't know. Just made another attempt lower and got bought back up. I don't know if I like it enough. Came back. I don't really know what I'd be looking for here. Pretty low volume. So still not really doing too much. Could be a good short case. Higher time frame looks really good for a short right here. We'll see how it plays out. Might be something here at 150 or 149. Spy's blasting off again. Pretty low volume coming into this though. See what the tape looks like. Closer and closer, but look at this volume drop off. I don't think this is a good candidate for a long here. That might be a good one for a trap. In fact, I think I am gonna look for that. I think I'll go for a trap trader situation if it gets if it does make that break and gets back underneath it there, or it might just make that move anyway. Netflix finally making a case for a long here. Came down once. Didn't quite get high day there. I do like this. It seems to be trying to hold up here. Tried it again. Back up again. I'm in. Stop will be right under that recent low that it made. SPY's taking off a little bit here. It is moving higher. I would like to take off around 352. Just a low volume pullback. It looks pretty nice. It looked like it was starting to fail here. It made an attempt, moved lower. Saw a bunch of green on the tape. SPY hasn't been of too much influence, so I'm not so sure that it still will be. But it's holding up, I guess. The 20 coming up on it. Looks like it's pretty good here. It's a decent candle, but I really want to see that volume be bigger than that. You start worried about the 88 level. Once you start seeing 88, need to be a little more cautious here. Although I really don't like that volume. I'm gonna get ready to sell all here. I'm not thrilled about this volume. I guess I should have been. Take off all here. Holy cow. SPY's still taking off, but that was a pretty decent move there. Good volume on that breakout, so there's definitely a case for a re-entry somewhere. But I just want to... What does it need to start doing here? It needs to start holding around this level in here. Probably needs to start basing out, so I think I'm going to look at something else for the moment. Definitely a triangle in here somewhere. think NVIDIA is about the only triangle that I'm looking at. So let's see, strong open, really not great volume. Big down move here, big volume, pull back, a little bit of a recovery, lower volume. Made a new lower trend line. It tried to break lower out of this triangle, failed that. Looks like it's kind of rounding over again. I don't know, I don't think this one's that great either, especially with the moving averages. But just by the looks of it, this 152 has been an issue. Back down to 152.99, 151. Got there again. 97.98. So yeah, just made that little push lower. SPY is turning down here too. Netflix hasn't really pulled back or anything. I don't know what to do with NVIDIA here. Again, if it's not super clean, I'm not taking it. I think I might just have to wait a while. But it's definitely making a case for longs, because each time it's gotten down there, it keeps getting bought back up. But at the same time, SPY should be making some kind of influence here, but it isn't. It's kind of matched up with AMD, I guess. Netflix, I guess, is just going to keep moving. Oh well. I'm pretty happy with where I took it. I probably should have left some for a runner. But at the same time, it was a pretty decent move off of what initially didn't look like that great of a trade. NVIDIA is really trying to get out down underneath this level. There it goes. Shit, I guess I should have gone for it. I don't think I would have gotten filled on that one though. So now this is a real big situation. If it can't make this move, then yeah, we probably do want to go higher. Not bad. Facebook tried to break higher, couldn't do it. Netflix kind of starting to come back here. Let's see, last spot was about 351.50-ish. A little bit of a low volume pullback. it's starting to hold this. So I think if we get another little test underneath this 352, I can get something pretty nice. But I hope we get it. Need to see it down there. SPY's getting ready to drop here, it looks like. Yeah, SPY's dropping right now. See what Netflix does. Here we go. Almost. SPY attempted breaking down. It's getting bought back up here. Need to see 351. Somewhat of a big seller there. Did get bought back up, but I'm not really seeing anything super special about it. Buyer stepped in right there. That must have been it. Bids are stepping up. Yeah, I think that was it. That was my opportunity right there. I don't know. Didn't feel like pulling the trigger, I guess. Now it definitely wouldn't make sense to try and get back in on it, so I'm not even gonna keep looking at it. CGC is pretty something. This could be a great trap trader situation. Oh, I would have really liked to see over 67. Oh, big green candle on the SPY here. I think we might just get exactly that. What can I do here? Massive green candle on the SPY. What is going on with today? This is really good looking for some more downside movement though. If we can get above this 67, I'm definitely going to look for a short entry if it gets back underneath probably 45. Having trouble with this 58. There it is, up above. Should see a big squeeze. If we're not seeing a big squeeze, that's definitely a good sign. We're just gonna keep on stepping up, I guess. Man, if it's a squeeze, it's a very slow squeeze. Yeah, that's not exactly what I'm looking for, so I'm not trading that. JP Morgan having troubles with 100. Step up, step up. Big volume there. A little weird there. But just taking off still. From 9 to almost 18. Don't think I have anything. Man, that sucks. That was great. That was it. I mean, I just couldn't do it. Alright, got nothing else to look at for now. Alright, so JPM's kind of an interesting situation. The SPY just topped out, started dropping off pretty hard here at the same time that JPM is breaking down under this triangle. Pretty decent volume here, definitely above average. We're just not getting a really big break here, so I'm wondering if I can find an entry short as it comes back up into the 50s here. Just gotta wait and watch. That's not a great sign. Seems to be kind of following the SPY because that move on the SPY, that down move, got completely bought back up. And now the SPY's headed lower still. And definitely get pretty big. I don't know, kind of a weird spot. Just higher time frames, it just doesn't look great for long. I mean, the moving average is right on top of it. 50's still coming down here. But price action definitely telling me that it did not want to break lower. And the SPY's not really holding higher either, it is moving lower. Again, trying to move. This low was 34. Touch 34 again. There's 32. Much better volume on this one. I think it still has something to do with the SPY. And then now we got this issue of this 20 is going to be a pretty big level. Accelerate at 24. Looks like he's going. And this low is 16. There's a case for re-entry here. There is. We'll have to just wait and see what happens. Alright, JPM's getting a little more interesting here. We made an attempt to get up above out of this range here. Volume's dying off a little bit. Volume's not too much of an indicator here though, but we are starting to hold around this level that we should have been breaking away from here. We had a decent push on pretty big volume, but we came back pretty quick here. But I think the key point right now is that we're starting to hold. You know, if we're not moving lower, it doesn't mean that we're moving higher. We're still holding around the level. I wanted to see it get up there at least one more time, though. And not to mention, I think the spy is causing a little bit of problems, too. It does not look like we are going to move higher here. The spy is having a little bit of trouble too. Just want to see some kind of push here, some kind of actual retest. And lower volume again. At the same time, I'm waiting for the spy to just give out here. So it looks like it could drop any moment. Yeah, that's not what I want to see. I think that might have just been my only chance there. CDC is still acting pretty funny here. Being held up, I mean, there's plenty of support still. But it's coming to a decision point here at some time. Yeah, it just didn't get high enough on JPM for me to be convinced that it wants to move. Alright, SPY is dropping here. Yeah, JPM had a nice move. Too bad. Didn't reach the price. Really interesting here though, because we got this whole number 42. Higher time frames. The 9 is just kind of wedged in the middle of everything here. Kind of bearish engulfing. Bottom back at this 42. Now there might just be a quick little trade right above 42 here. Volume growing a little bit. CDC's been trying to move higher here. Yeah, I don't see anything hidden. I just think it's just too many. Yeah, it's not that much though. Should be able to break through that. And there it is. So now we got a really good case for some failure up here. It might just blast off though. I mean, it could definitely have a really nice break higher too. Yeah, that's pretty good. Same situation, look for a pullback entry somewhere. Wow, JPM came right back to that level. Man, that's quite the move. We'll come back. Okay, so I'm just gonna start recording because there's a bunch of possible situations going on right now, and I just don't know which one to choose from here. So Facebook, these stocks are for the most part following the SPY, but I'm trying to find the weakest one here because they're all coming back into VWAP, pulling back in, and just looking like they're starting to fail really. And I'm thinking Apple seems to be following the most, to be the most strong. I think it might be Netflix. Question is, what do I need to see though? I might just go without me. Because the SPY is sitting underneath VWAP, almost like it's failing. Oh no, it's popping up now. Just broke above VWAP. Yes, this is what I want to see here. So we got a high of 36 now. So still only gonna have to go 100 shares. I think the big thing here is if the SPY can't hold this move higher, which one of these looks the best for a drop? And it looks like Netflix, because if we can get under this whole number here, and that looks pretty good here. I'm in at 58. Just looking for a break. I'll take 25 off on a break. Need to see more than that. Need to see the ass drop. Need to see more. That ain't good enough. Good volume, but not good enough of a move. SPY pretty much did the same thing. Oh, come on. Good initial break. If anything, it'll just give me a new stop loss. Gotta hold it though. Might as well just bring the SPY down. A little easier to judge. So we got a high 75 there. I'm definitely okay with making that my stop loss if it comes to it. Nope, guess we got above. Damn, dude. Look at how low volume that is, though. Just need to see it fail. This is a good scenario for an ad, too, if it does. Look at that, the SPY looks great for some downside here. Just depends, just gotta wait it out. So this was a high of 17. Still feel like it's too early to change my stop loss. There we go. Alright, let me see something better. Not liking it so far. SPY's starting to move up here. We'll see what Netflix does. Killing me, man. Just gotta respect it. Just hands off. Just let it do its thing. I'm not really seeing any warning signs. The only warning sign that I'm seeing is the SPY. I mean, we're still making these lower highs each time here, so I mean the play is still intact. I mean the volume still looks good. It's just a low volume pullback. But I think we're just waiting on what the SPY's gonna do. Really hope I don't get stopped out. It's the turning point. Alright, now we're getting to the point where I can exit this a little early. See what happens. If the SPY starts screaming back up, then I definitely do want to get out. Because we're starting to hold above VWAP, above moving averages, just not looking great anymore. Nope, that's it right there. Calling it. SPY spiking up. Edge is gone on this trade. It's just taking way too long. No way, dude. Everything's getting ready to look like it's gonna fail again here. The FANG stocks are looking like they're getting ready to drop. I mean, things are moving down again. JPM, what in the world's going on? No, I don't like Netflix anymore. It's just some weird situations going on right now. Facebook is moving lower. Do I have a short here on Apple? Yeah, it's not really. It's only a super small time frame that it's looking good for a short, but Facebook's dropping. I mean, Facebook can be an indication for the SPY too. Apple made that push lower. Failed. Now it looks like it's moving higher. SPY looks like it's moving higher too here. Facebook though, Facebook's gone. Facebook left. Bob just had a fake little push out high. Came back underneath. That actually doesn't look too bad. Back to Netflix again. Where did it get to this time? It got to 24. Netflix is going to turn into a trap trader trade. I'm going to look for a break above this 34 and for another failure. Looks like if it can get back into the 70s. Other thing on Netflix to worry about is this 9-minute EMA. 9 EMA on the 5-minute. Not looking too great. Apple is looking much better again. So it just made that push higher. Failed that. The SPY, it's killing me right now. It just depends on what the SPY does. See, if I wanted in, stop would be 70. SPY's just creeping up. It's just creeping up, starting to hold above. That's a pretty solid move. So I don't think I got anything. But Apple didn't like that push. That's not even the right trend line. Geez, really none of these were the right trend line. Getting stuffed pretty hard on Apple. That's a good sign for a short. But the SPY didn't do the same thing. The SPY held above. Didn't make near the same kind of doji. I might be wrong in looking for shorts right now. It might just be better to be looking for longs. Because Netflix clearly holding up. Did make that break. Did get stuff back under. Really strange. Told myself from the beginning of the day, I'm not taking anything unless it's super clean and obvious. So until I see something clean and obvious, I just need to keep looking. Yeah, not really a triangle. Volume grew here on what exactly? SPY's kind of rounding up here. Might be turning down. And while SPY attempted to move higher, BABA has just been getting kind of stuck here. So BABA looks like it could be a good short. See if he wants to do another view app test here. Because I think I just need to give things more time to set up, because the SPY is kind of in a decision area where we can definitely move higher, but if it fails, we can definitely move lower again. But things are starting to look a little more bullish. Alright, here's what I want to see. decent pop. But that volume. Apple's moving. Netflix is the only stock that hasn't moved yet. And it fake broke down lower. That looks really nice, actually. God. Clear 352 acting as good resistance. Fake broke higher, bought back down. Pretty good volume in here too. This might be the time that it finally wants. The SPY's moving up though. But Netflix is definitely screaming short right now. Yeah, it touched right where it needed to break from. That's too bad. Took a long time, but I am definitely happy to have exited that with only a $5 loss. Too bad, too focused on the other ones, just wasn't looking enough at Netflix still. Facebook came all the way back up to view app here. Started failing. SPY's also turning down here. Apple's actually pretty strong. Baba's the only one that hasn't left yet. So it got up to 92. Just look at that volume. It's just gross. If it was gonna break, yeah, volume's growing now too. It's coming back, but now it just doesn't look good. Not for a short. Netflix is coming back though, after a decent little breakdown. Better entry than that. SPY's looking like it's starting to fail here. We'll see what happens on another test. Might be able to get in then. Because now it's looking much better for a short. It's had plenty of time. The 5-minute 9 EMA is on top of price. Just seeing some weird stuff right now. Stocks are following the SPY, and then they aren't following the SPY, and then they are. Either way, miss Netflix. Facebook, though, SPY's turning down right now, and Facebook was popping up, just testing a little bit higher than this range here. Not a bad spot to get in. So we got a high of 25. Pulled back once. Came up again on even less volume. Made an attempt to move higher. But the entire time it's been following the SPY until this past little range that it's been in. It's being held up. SPY's bouncing from VWAP here. So that tells me that Facebook, since it's been wanting to move higher, now it can finally actually move higher. There's good volume on this push too, so that's not ideal. Alright, Apple making its case for a long, super low volume pullback. Right into this range. Starting to hold a little higher. Again, just... if there is something there, it's not there yet. I need to wait still. Netflix is trying, but I mean, it just keeps failing. I think I should stay away from Netflix. I don't think I need to be forcing anything here. Pop broke down, came back to VWAP. Good volume. Super light pullback. Damn, dude. It's just getting to the spot that I just missed it again. Just looking at him too late. Look at that. Like, what is that? But still holding up there. Oh shit, it came back. Came up for one little test and just stuffed right back under. I think right now I'm just watching and waiting for something to stand out to me. I just gotta be there at the right time. Baba is just kind of a mess at this point, though. The volume just dropped off. I mean, there's just nothing special. Even after the pullback. And the SPY is trying to hold higher. Apple was pretty decent. Wow, look at that volume. That's even worse. Nothing's coming back to VWAP. With the SPY. For sure with the SPY. No, the SPY's not doing that. Nah, I need to avoid Netflix. I feel like if anything, there's something in BABA. Because Facebook just kind of grinding higher. Same with Apple. BABA's not. BABA's not grinding higher. BABA's getting stuck underneath everything. Let's see what happens on some kind of push here. I'm just wondering, because the SPY has got super low volume on this pull up that it's doing right now. And I'm just wondering if we're going to see some kind of failure here. So the SPY just broke out of this recent high that it made. BABA is attempting to do something, it looks like. Had a high of 73 and we just touched 73 here, so we haven't had really a trap trader situation yet. You know what? I think this is a feeler situation. Oh jeez, dude. It's already gone. Well, as soon as I decided that I wanted to just take smaller size, it left my price. So I'm just thinking too slow. Good volume too. Relative. Oh my god, the SPY. SPY just lost it. I still think there's a case here. We'll just have to see if I can get a better entry. I'm not willing to take it all the way down here. I wanted it in the 50s, preferably the 60s. Damn, dude. Didn't reach a new high. Stuff back under again. Oh my god, BABA's amazing. I don't know. I was there, I was reading it. It's gotta be more decisive. Still don't think there's anything in here. Netflix, just a low volume pullback again. God, alright, I'm just gonna leave it. Just no Netflix. Looking at Apple again, haven't decided anything yet. Looks like it's come back down. It's been struggling to move higher. The SPY has been moving higher. Apple is not. I'm not really sure what it's waiting for. Because the higher time frame, the 20 is just coming into play. We've been holding above the 9. Bunch of dojis, good grain volume here. There might just be... We'll see what happens. If we can break underneath this 60 level, come and touch view app, and get bought back up, I'll look at long in this. Hey, you. What you meowing at? Kitty, please. So far, the 60's holding a really nice base. The SPY just keeps moving up. You've never heard a cat purr that loud. Alright, well, when Apple does something, I'll come back. Alright, finally get something on Apple. Just broke down. SPY looks like it's topping out, though, so that might be what the problem with Apple is. Apple might just be waiting for a breakdown. Bought back up. Interesting stuff. I'm not sure what to expect here, really. So the 20 is on top of price now. It's getting a little uglier. Nvidia's dropping. Baba is still moving down. Facebook's starting to move down. Netflix holding higher. Tesla holding higher. So I mean, it's kind of mixed signals again here. Nothing super clean. 1 minute chart looks bearish, but just higher time frame. It's much better for a long. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to come back to it. We'll see if it ends up making a decent triangle or something. Oh, Apple's closing above here. This is the last minute before the 5 minute bar closes. If the 5 minute bar is gonna close above the moving averages, it has to get above 73 here. SPY's still holding higher. Nope. Looks like we're losing it. The 200 5 minute is right here at about 49, 47. So I mean, as soon as it touches this, it's gonna have an issue. Gotta see this volume on this candle too. We'll see if it gets bought back up or anything weird happens. Alright, well, we closed underneath. There's 47, so 200 just tapped it. .6, 0.5. Pretty good volume too. Yeah, it might want to go lower. I don't know, just this one just wasn't ideal from the beginning. Alright, looking at Apple here, seeing a big candle retest, low volume. It came right to this low of this range here and just tapped it. I'm liking the 1 minute correlation here with the 9, the VWAP, and the trend line itself. So I'm wondering if I wait a couple minutes here, we'll see what happens. So we just touched 58. SPY was also dropping a little bit here. But you can just tell this 200's been holding it up. Looks like Netflix is finally making a move higher. Seeing a lot of volume here. Just a big doji. See if we can get one more test before it goes. If it gets up to, I think 60 would be great to see, and see it start failing. It's just gonna start downturn here. Then I don't have a trade. Hush. Apple's done and gone. I was looking for a couple tests, not just one. And if it does come back now, then it's just not that great of a setup. Okay, I'm looking at Facebook here. It's getting ready to, like, it's gonna break out higher of this range here. See what happens at this top trend line. If it doesn't want to move any higher, I'm looking for a short here. Higher time frame tells me it's a good short. Its overall price action tells me it's a good short. Just looking at the 5 minute, we got the 20 way above now. Price has been holding below the 9. Volume's been growing lately though, which is kind of weird. And the SPY hasn't been doing anything. Sideways really, which I guess explains why Facebook is moving sideways. We'll have to see if there's still some. Oh, Facebook's or SPY's moving right now. SPY's dropping right now. Speed. Well, I wanted to see again something a little higher, but this is happening, so I guess I'm not gonna get that. So we'll see if it sets up still. Well, Facebook came back, failed to break down, had good volume, but it's come back on decent volume again, and I'm kind of guess that's partly due to the SPY. So we had the breakdown from the SPY, now we're having the pullback from the SPY. Either way, Facebook's coming into a pretty decent level here. Wouldn't be too bad to short against. See what happens if it does get up there again. I'd like to see a little fake push higher too. I've had to redraw this bottom trend line 3 times now. So originally it was here, broke a little lower. Originally it was here, broke a little lower. I guess just redrawn it twice. It still looks good for a short. I just don't know when the time is finally gonna come that it wants to move lower. Seeing some low volume. SPY attempted to move lower again. It made a lower high for the 5th time in a row now. So SPY might get ready to drop and lose VWAP here. Could definitely make Facebook follow. Turn it back on to something happen. Okay, I think I'm gonna call it for the day. First half of the day went really well. I was reading things fairly decent. Then the rest of the half just chopping back and forth, seeing a bunch of fake moves again. But I mean, my goal from the day was to remain patient, make sure I'm only taking A+ trades, and I did just that, so I really can't complain too much. Netflix was a pretty good long, pretty choppy open, but once I started seeing that the SPY was super strong, and we saw a big breakthrough after a failed push lower. Big buyback on Netflix here with volume growing. So I looked for a pullback entry, got 1 test, got 2 tests, got 3 tests, and then entered in as it came back up. Took it off just as we got to the new high of day here. I'm okay with taking everything off, I guess. I mean, I probably should have held another 50 to run or so. You know, it's the same with that UNP trade that I took a while ago. I took everything off, and I just should have held on to some. But either way, I looked for a re-entry, and got it around here, but I just couldn't quite pull the trigger on it. I mean, we just broke from this area, so I wanted to see something being held, and it had to be the 352. So it broke down underneath it once, came underneath it again the second time, but bought back up. Ended up being a really nice move. Later on the day, Netflix just completely lost it, slow grind back down underneath towards VWAP. Got underneath, all the moving averages were above it. Had plenty of time for the 9 EMA on the 5-minute. When was this? So this was 10:27, 10:30-ish. So about 10:30, right there. So the 9 clearly holding it up there, but I was shorting into it anyway. Think that, so that was about 10:30. So then 10:30 the SPY was looking like it was getting ready to start dropping too, so it just had that push higher, came back underneath it, really good volume. So I think at that point I thought we might start seeing some more continuation with the FANG stocks. Just never got it though. Ended up making that break lower underneath, and I was getting ready to take some off, but I pulled back so quick. You know, it was low volume pullback, so I was like, all right, I'll just hold on to this one. I mean, it came within, I think, like a penny of my stop loss here. Or it came right to it, just nobody bought it from me. And came back to break even. And at this point, 10:36, the SPY was coming back towards VWAP. And it started breaking out a little bit higher there. So I just said, forget it, don't trust it. If it's not going to make a move as fast as I want, then it might not make the move at all. And I would rather have a $5 loss than a full $80 loss or missed gains, whatever. Ended up making that decent push right afterwards, so maybe it could have held on for a few more seconds. That'd be something to go over the tape with. But either way, still finishing plus on the day. I definitely missed a couple of trades. I knew, well, I didn't know, but I knew that I wanted to keep my goals, but I didn't know that I would be missing a bunch of opportunities in here. And clearly BABA was one of the best opportunities that I had on the day. SPY being as strong as it was, BABA coming back underneath, just being weak. During this entire time in here, SPY was grinding up, moving higher, and BABA just didn't have it, so I was looking for some VWAP pushes to get into this thing. So we got a high of 73 and 73 there, so I mean, it was all there. We had that little push, really good volume, super low volume, just all in here on this pullback. And I just couldn't catch my entry on it. I was taking way too long to decide on it, and as soon as I decided that I wanted to just get like a 100 share feeler in on it, it was gone, left without me. I think this was a trade that I just should have gone full size in from the beginning. I mean, it's just a really good looking setup. I mean, the things around it are all telling me it was a good short, just could not pull the trigger on it. Another situation where I just got to go back and look over the tape. And then I think the trade of the day that I missed was on CGC. So I ended up making a nice triangle in here. Clearly 200 holding it up here, just constantly being held up. Little temps lower, bought back up, bought back up, bought back up, and then we got stuck at this 42. So I waited to see if there was going to be some kind of hidden seller or something there. Never saw it, so I never entered the trade. Plus I was looking for a short. Just looking at the higher time frames. Higher time frames still tell me it was an okay short too. Right? So when it got bought back up, decent volume, engulfed lower. Yeah, and I think that's where I was looking for the short, but I was looking for it to lose these moving averages first. Either way, super good long. Should I have taken it? Maybe. I mean, it's not exactly one of my setups, so I mean, I can't be too upset that I didn't take it. You can never tell, never predict whenever something like this is going to happen, but either way, pretty solid trade. And then I was just studying Facebook and Apple for forever, trying to get some kind of direction on it, but I mean, with the SPY doing what the SPY is doing, just being slow, choppy, sideways, you know, the FANG stocks are more than likely going to end up doing the same thing. I mean, we had a fake breakdown there, a fake breakdown there, a fake breakdown there, just all over the place. So happy to be finishing plus 228. Made some of my money back from yesterday. Just the same situation tomorrow. Make sure I'm taking the best, leave the rest. A plus, gotta be clean. Making sure that I see it. You know, when it speaks to me, I'll see it and I need to take on it. I mean, the only thing I'm upset about is that Baba trade. Everything else was fine. You know, I can judge things as long as I want, but until I see that trigger, I need to stay away. So that's going to be it for me today. Thank you for watching, and I'll be back tomorrow.